As the 2024 presidential campaign cycle ramps up, you are likely to hear candidates pledge time and time again that they don't want to touch Social Security. Like Medicare and Medicaid, Social Security is part of the so-called third rail of politics. Threaten to change or modify entitlement programs, and it's a surefire way to lose an election or get voted out of office. But there's a problem with this particular approach this time around. We now know that not touching Social Security has massive implications for a huge swath of Americans for whom Social Security may be the bedrock of their retirement plan. Because of a demographic glitch known as the baby boomers, not enough money is going into the coffers to pay for future benefits. So absent any action on the part of Congress, Social Security will experience a 23% cut in benefits come 2032. In other words, in order for financial calamity to befall a huge swath of vulnerable Americans, all Congress has to do vis-a-vis Social Security is simply nothing. Simply kick the can down the road and don't take any action to shore up Social Security and other entitlement programs for vulnerable Americans who have come to rely upon them. But exactly how much money will Americans be losing if Congress fails to act? The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget has crunched the numbers and broken it down for three basic demographic groups. Let's take a look at what they say. According to their report, a low-income, dual-income couple retiring in 2033 would see a $10,600 cut, while a low-income, single-income couple retiring that same year would see a $7,900 cut. A middle-income, dual-income couple retiring in 2033 would see a $17,400 cut, while a middle-income, single-income couple would see a drop of $13,100. And finally, a high-income, dual-income couple retiring in 2033 would see an astounding $23,000 cut, while a high-income, single-income couple would see a cut of $17,300. In short, any 2024 presidential candidate whose pledges not to modify Social Security is implicitly endorsing a 23% across-the-board benefit cut for the 70 million retirees when the Social Security Retirement Trust Fund reaches insolvency in 2032. So all this begs the question, is Congress likely to follow through with these cuts? Are they likely to do nothing between now and then? And what of Medicare, whose potential fix would be 5 times more expensive than any permanent fix to Social Security? Some suggest that Congress will simply print their way out of the problem, but there's a basic problem with this approach. When you print more money, that leads to inflation, and every one of those programs is linked to inflation by law. So when inflation goes up, the cost of these programs goes up commensurately. It's like a dog chasing its tail. You never really have enough money to plug the holes in these programs. Others suggest that we can keep on borrowing money to pay for these shortfalls in our entitlement programs. This course, too, has problems because were we to go this route, the cost of servicing the national debt would eventually consume the entire federal budget. It just isn't sustainable over time. So what's the most likely scenario short of allowing these cuts to take effect? The more plausible scenario is that Congress will have to dramatically raise taxes between now and 2030 to shore up these underfunded programs. Former Comptroller General of the federal government David Walker estimated in his best-selling book, Come Back America, that effective tax rates across the board would have to rise to 45% to plug the holes in these programs. The Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget has made similar projections about the extent to which the tax base would have to be broadened in order to bridge the shortfall in Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So given this likely outcome, what should you be doing in the meantime? Well, take advantage of this period of historically low tax rates to shift your hard-earned retirement savings from tax-deferred to tax-free. Pay taxes today to avoid rolling the dice on what taxes are likely to be somewhere down the road. A good target date by which to get these conversions done is 2030. You want to shift this money slowly enough that you don't rise into a tax bracket that gives you heartburn, but quickly enough that you get all the heavy lifting done before tax rates go up for good. You want to spread that tax obligation out over as many years as possible, but complete your shifting schedule before these tax hikes are likely to hit. Make it your goal to get to the 0% tax bracket by retirement. Why is the 0% tax bracket so powerful? Because if tax rates double, 2 times 0 is still 0. Now that's what I call the power of 0. Folks, in the next 10 years, I'm looking to put 100,000 Americans on the road to the 0% tax bracket. If you'd like some help getting on the road to a tax-free retirement, be sure to check out my tax-free toolkit. You can download it for free at taxfreetoolkit.com. If you're a financial professional and want to learn how to become a certified Power Zero advisor, head over to powerzero.com and opt into my free 3-part video series. By the way, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I'll respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.